Imagine this. One day, you will come home, and the house will be quiet in a way you have never heard before. No footsteps, no familiar voice calling your name, no gentle scolding, no warm question like, "Have you eaten yet?" Only silence, and a sudden pain that arrives too late. And in that silence, a single thought will pierce the heart like a needle. Why did I wait? Why did I think there would always be tomorrow? Why did I speak so little and complain so much? Many people spend their whole lives chasing success, chasing love, chasing comfort, but they forget the two people who loved them before they had anything to offer. A father who went upstream and downstream through life's rough current, silent, stubborn, tired, so his child could float safely. A mother who carried the whole world on her shoulders, waking early, sleeping late, so her child could grow without fear. Today, let us sit together for a while and listen with a soft mind, not just with the ears, but with the heart. Welcome, dear friends, to Buddha Peaceful Mind. Now, take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. Let the shoulders drop. Let the face relax. Let the heart become honest. In the teachings of the Buddha, gratitude is not a decoration for the mind. It is a foundation. Because a mind that cannot feel gratitude becomes dry. It becomes hungry. It becomes restless. But a mind that remembers kindness becomes calm. It becomes gentle. It becomes wise. Among all kinds of kindness in this world, the kindness of parents is often described as the greatest. Not because parents are perfect, not because parents never make mistakes, but because their love, especially when you were small, was love without conditions. When a child is born, the child has nothing. No money, no strength, no knowledge, not even words to ask for help. Yet the child survives. Why? Because someone gives their time, their body, their sleep, their youth, their peace, again and again. One day turns into 1 year. 1 year turns into 10. And the child grows while the parents slowly grow old. This is the truth that many forget. Your growth is built on someone else's sacrifice. In many homes, the father does not say much. He may not know how to show tenderness. He may not know how to speak in gentle poetry. But he knows how to endure. He knows how to carry. He knows how to protect. He is like a person rowing a small boat in the middle of a strong river. The water pushes, the wind cuts, the hands bleed. But he keeps rowing, because behind him sits the most precious passenger, his child. This is why people say, a father's love goes against the current, upstream and downstream between storms. Sometimes he must go against the world. Sometimes he must swallow pride. Sometimes he must accept being misunderstood. Sometimes he must be the bad guy who says no, so the child does not fall into danger. And what about the mother? A mother's love is often loud in action, but quiet in complaint. She cooks, she cleans, she worries, she remembers. She notices your fever before you notice it. She senses your sadness before you speak it. Many mothers have lived a life of simple, endless labor, not because they love suffering, but because they love their children more than comfort. She carries groceries like she carries years. She carries debts like she carries fear. She carries your dreams like she carries heavy bundles on her back. People call this tireless, diligent, carrying and lifting for the child. These words are not just a beautiful saying. They are the lived reality of millions of parents. And still, the world moves fast. Children grow up. They become busy. They chase their own survival. They want freedom. They want peace. They want to be understood. And slowly, without noticing, they start to treat their parents like furniture in the house. Always there, always waiting, always silent. They forget that parents are not forever. Parents are also temporary. The Buddha taught impermanence. Everything that is born will change and one day will end. No one can stop it. Not youth, not money, not power, not prayers. And this teaching is not meant to make us depressed. It is meant to wake us up. Because when you truly understand impermanence, you stop wasting love. You stop thinking, I will call later. You stop thinking, I will visit when I am free. You stop thinking, I will be kind when I feel like it. You become kind now. You become present now. You become grateful now. If you listen carefully, you may notice something painful. Many people are most polite to strangers, but most careless with the people who raised them. They smile for a customer. They speak softly to a friend. They control their anger in public. Then they come home and throw their tiredness onto their parents. They speak sharply. They answer with impatience. They roll their eyes. They treat their parents' worries like noise. Why? Because the mind secretly believes they will forgive me. They will still love me. Yes, parents forgive, but forgiveness does not erase pain, and love does not stop time. One day you will want to apologize, and there will be no one left to hear it. This is why we practice now. The Buddha did not teach us to worship parents blindly. He taught us to see reality clearly and respond with wisdom and compassion. Parents are human beings. They have their own wounds. They have their own fears. They have their own limitations. Some parents had no chance to learn gentle communication. Some parents lived through poverty, war, stress, trauma. Some parents carry old habits like heavy stones. So sometimes, parents love in a way that feels strict, controlling, or awkward. Sometimes their love comes with misunderstanding. Sometimes they say hurtful things. Sometimes they do not know how to apologize. And yet, even with their imperfections, there was still kindness. If you can see that, your heart becomes softer. Because wisdom is not choosing who deserves compassion. Wisdom is understanding suffering, then responding with skill. In Buddhist teaching, there is a simple question that can change a life. Before you judge someone, can you see their suffering? When you look at your father, do you see only his stubbornness? Or do you also see the weight he carried? Do you see the nights he stayed awake thinking about money? Do you see the times he smiled outside while breaking inside? Do you see how he aged faster than he should have because he carried responsibility like a mountain? And when you look at your mother, do you see only her worries? Or do you also see her love? Do you see the small sacrifices she made without telling anyone? Do you see the food she gave you and the hunger she kept for herself? Do you see her hands, maybe rough, maybe tired, still doing what needs to be done? Sometimes the greatest love looks ordinary because it repeats every day. Water looks ordinary until you are thirsty. Parents are like that. We often do not realize their value until we feel the absence. So what does the Buddha's path suggest we do? Not just feel emotional for one evening, not just cry while listening to a beautiful story, but transform the heart into action. Because love without action is only a wish. Gratitude without action is only a thought. In Buddhist practice, there is a teaching about right speech. Right speech is simple. Speak truthfully. Speak kindly. Speak at the right time. Speak with a mind of compassion. Many people think spiritual practice is sitting with eyes closed. But the Buddha also taught that practice is how you speak to the people in your life. So today, let us practice right speech with our parents. What does that mean? It means when your father repeats a story for the 10th time, you do not treat him like a burden. You remember, one day you will miss that voice. It means when your mother asks the same question again and again, you do not explode. You remember, she is not trying to control you. She is trying to feel safe. It means when they give advice that feels outdated, you do not mock them. You remember, they are speaking from the world they survived. And it also means you can speak honestly without cruelty. You can set boundaries without hatred. You can disagree without disrespect. Because the Buddha's path is not to obey blindly. It is to live with compassion and clarity. If your parents are harsh, you can still be gentle. If they are impatient, you can still be patient. If they do not understand you, you can still understand them. This is not weakness. This is strength. A mind trained in compassion is stronger than a mind trained in winning. Many people ask, but what if my parents hurt me? This is real. Some people carry deep pain from childhood. Some people were not protected. Some people were controlled, shamed, or neglected. Buddhist wisdom does not deny this pain. It invites you to face it with mindfulness, so it does not poison your future. If there is harm, it is okay to protect yourself. Compassion does not mean allowing abuse. The Buddha taught a middle way, not hatred, not blind attachment, clear seeing. You can keep distance and still wish them well. You can say no and still keep a respectful heart. You can heal yourself and still recognize the kindness that existed, even if it was small. And if you cannot feel gratitude yet, begin with something simpler. Begin with honesty. Begin with breath. Begin with the wish. May I not carry hatred. May I be free. Because hatred is heavy. It does not punish the past. It only steals your present. Now, let us return to the image of the father. In many cultures, fathers are expected to be strong. They are told not to cry. They are told to provide, to solve, to endure. So many fathers become silent. They do not say, "I love you," because no one taught them the language of softness. But they show love through responsibility. He fixes the broken things in the house. He works long hours. He drives you places. He waits outside in the rain. He sacrifices his dreams so you can chase yours. And sometimes he becomes angry, not because he hates you, but because fear is hiding inside his anger. Fear of losing you. Fear of failing as a parent. Fear that you will suffer like he suffered. If you can see the fear behind the anger, you can respond with wisdom. You can breathe before answering. You can choose words like water instead of fire. You can ask gently, "Dad, what are you worried about?" Sometimes a father's heart opens not with debate, but with a simple question. And what about the mother? A mother's mind often carries many worries like a basket full of stones. Even when you are grown, she still imagines you as the small child she once held.
She thinks, have they eaten? Are they safe? Are they lonely? Are they suffering? Even if you are 30, 40, 50, in her eyes, you are still her child. Her love can become overprotective. Her care can become controlling. Her fear can become constant advice. This is not always pleasant, but if you see the root, you can soften. She worries because she loves. She speaks because she cares. She holds tight because she is afraid of losing you. So when you feel annoyed, pause. Ask yourself, if she stopped caring completely, would that be better? Often the pain is not that parents care. The pain is that we want love without discomfort. But real love is messy. Real relationships require patience, communication, forgiveness. The Buddha taught that forgiveness is not forgetting. Forgiveness is releasing the burning coal from your hand. When you hold anger, you think you are holding power, but you are holding fire. And the person who burns first is you.
So how do we practice gratitude and compassion in daily life? We start small. If you live with your parents, try this. When you wake up, greet them. Not with a lazy sound, but with presence. Look at their face for a second. Notice the lines. Notice the tiredness. Notice the age. And silently say in your mind, "Thank you for carrying me to this moment." Then do one small act of service. Pour them water. Wash the dishes without being asked. Sweep the floor. Help them with something they struggle with. Not as a grand show, just as a daily offering. In Buddhism, offering is not only incense and flowers. Offering is also kindness. If you do not live with them, try this. Send a simple message. Call for 5 minutes. Not to argue, not to prove a point, just to ask, "How are you today? Did you eat? Is your body okay? Is there anything you need?" And when they talk, listen. Many children listen to reply, not to understand. But parents often need one thing more than money. They need attention. To be seen. To be heard. To feel that they still matter. If your parents are older, they may repeat themselves. They may move slowly. They may forget. They may become sensitive. This is where compassion becomes practice. The Buddha taught patience like a shield. Patience does not mean you feel no irritation. Patience means you do not obey irritation. You notice it. You breathe. You choose not to feed it. Because every time you choose patience, you are building a peaceful mind. And a peaceful mind is a gift not only to you, but to everyone around you, especially your parents. Now, let us speak about the deep sadness many people carry. Regret. Regret is one of the most painful emotions because it cannot change the past. It only replays it. Many people regret after parents pass away. They remember the times they shouted. They remember the times they ignored calls. They remember the times they chose pride over kindness. And then they cry and say, "If only I could go back." But the Buddha teaches, do not wait for death to become wise. Use impermanence as a teacher now. Right now, your parents are alive, or maybe one of them is alive. or maybe both are gone, but the memory is alive. No matter your situation, the teaching is still useful. Do not waste love. If your parents are alive, love them with action. If your parents have passed away, you can still practice gratitude by living in a way that honors their effort. You can care for others. You can break harmful habits. You can heal your heart. You can become a person of kindness. This is also a way of repaying kindness. In Buddhist tradition, there is a beautiful idea called dedicating merit. Merit means the wholesome energy created by good actions, generosity, kindness, meditation, ethical living. When you do something good, you can quietly dedicate it. May the goodness of this action bring peace to my parents. May they be safe. May they be free from suffering. If they are alive, may they be healthy and joyful. If they have passed, may they be in peace. This dedication is not magic. It is a training of the heart. It turns your life into an offering. And this matters because many people think, I cannot repay my parents. It's too big. Yes, the kindness is huge. But the Buddha did not ask you to repay with impossible debt. He asked you to repay with a wholesome life, a life of compassion, a life of integrity, a life that does not create more suffering. One way children cause suffering to parents is through careless living. If you destroy your health, your parents suffer. If you fall into addictions, your parents suffer. If you become violent, dishonest, or cruel, your parents suffer. So one of the greatest gifts you can give your parents is your own goodness. Be a person who lives ethically. Be a person who does not harm others. Be a person who helps. When a parent sees their child become a kind human being, their heart rests. Now, let us reflect on something very simple. Your parents also want happiness. They are not only parents, they are also people. They have dreams they did not fulfill. They have friends they lost. They have fears about aging. They have regrets. They have loneliness. When you were young, your parents were busy building your life. Sometimes they forgot their own life. Now, as you grow older, maybe you can help them reclaim joy. Take them for a short walk. Sit with them in the evening. Watch something together. Ask about their childhood. Ask about their memories. You may discover something surprising. Your parents were once young. They were once uncertain. They once wanted to be understood too. When you see them as human, not just as authority, your relationship changes. Respect becomes warmer. Compassion becomes natural. And you may also notice something deep. Parents and children often hurt each other not because of hatred, but because of love mixed with ignorance. Love without wisdom becomes attachment. Attachment becomes fear. Fear becomes control. Control becomes conflict. So the Buddha's teaching is to add wisdom to love. How? By practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is not only sitting meditation. Mindfulness is knowing what is happening inside you right now. When your parent says something that triggers you, mindfulness notices. I feel anger rising. I feel shame. I feel hurt. I feel the need to defend. Then you pause. You breathe. You do not throw the anger onto them immediately. This pause is powerful, because in that pause, you gain choice. Without mindfulness, you are like a dry leaf in the wind, blown by every word. With mindfulness, you become like a mountain, stable, calm, strong. And then you can respond wisely. Mom, I hear your worry. I will take care of myself. Dad, I understand you want the best, but I need to choose this path. I'm sorry I spoke harshly. I was stressed. Even one sentence like this can soften years of tension. Now, let us talk about a painful truth. Many parents do not know how to ask for love. They may not say, "I miss you." They may not say, "I'm lonely." They may not say, "I need you." Instead, they may complain. They may criticize. They may guilt you. They may create conflict. Underneath, there is often a simple cry: "Please don't forget me." If you can hear that cry, even when it is disguised, your heart becomes compassionate. You stop taking everything personally. You start seeing the deeper message. This does not mean you accept manipulation. It means you respond with wisdom. You can say, "I won't forget you. I love you, but please speak kindly to me too." This is the middle way. Love with boundaries, compassion with clarity. Now think of the times you were sick as a child. Who stayed awake at night? Who touched your forehead, worried about fever? Who carried you to the doctor? Who prayed in their own way for your safety? Often it was your mother. Often it was your father, maybe silent but present. When you were hungry, someone fed you. When you were scared, someone comforted you. When you were lost, someone searched for you. And even if your parents were not perfect, you are here now. The Buddha asked us to contemplate kindness, not to create debt, but to create a heart that appreciates. Because appreciation is a medicine for arrogance. Many young people become arrogant without noticing. They think, "I achieved this by myself." They think, "I am independent." They think, "I don't need anyone." But look carefully. Even your language was given to you by someone. Even your first steps were supported by someone. Even your education, your food, your shelter, someone made it possible. So gratitude is not humiliation. It is accuracy. It is seeing reality clearly. Now let us sit with a short reflection. Close your eyes if you want. If you are driving or working, keep your eyes open and just listen. Bring your parents to your mind. See their faces. See their posture. See their hands. Now ask yourself gently, what have they carried that I never noticed? What have they sacrificed that I never thanked them for? What pain do they have that I never asked about? Let the heart answer without forcing. You may feel warmth. You may feel sadness. You may feel regret. Whatever arises, just breathe. This is the heart waking up. Now, another teaching of the Buddha is loving kindness, metta. Metta is not romantic love. It is the wish for beings to be safe, happy, healthy, and free from suffering. Metta can heal relationships. So try offering metta to your parents. Silently say, "May my father be safe. May my father be healthy. May my father be peaceful. May my father be free from suffering." Then, may my mother be safe. May my mother be healthy. May my mother be peaceful. May my mother be free from suffering. If your relationship is difficult, these words may feel hard at first, but keep breathing. Metta is like watering a dry plant. At first, the soil resists, but slowly, it softens. And as you offer metta to them, also offer metta to yourself. May I be patient. May I be wise.
May I not repeat harmful patterns. May I heal. Because sometimes, the reason we hurt our parents is because we are hurting inside. We carry stress, we carry pressure, we carry old wounds. Then we release them onto the nearest people. So healing yourself is also part of loving your parents.
Now, let us talk about something many people misunderstand. Being a good child is not only giving money. Money helps, yes, but money without warmth can still feel like emptiness. Some parents receive money every month, but still feel lonely. Because what they want is not only support, they want connection. They want your time, your voice, your presence. Even if you are busy, small things matter. A photo, a short call, a message. I'm thinking of you. These things are simple, but powerful. Now, let us consider another truth. Parents often carry pride. A father may not ask for help because he wants to look strong. A mother may not say she is tired because she wants to look capable. So sometimes they suffer quietly. This is why your mindful attention matters. Notice changes. Do they eat less? Do they sleep poorly? Do they walk slower? Do they seem more silent? Gently ask. Do not interrogate. Just care. Because caring is the language of love. Now, there is also a spiritual truth in this topic. How you treat your parents shapes your heart, and your heart shapes your future. In Buddhism, actions create tendencies. Tendencies become habits. Habits become character. Character becomes destiny. If you practice respect and compassion toward your parents, your heart becomes softer. A soft heart suffers less. A soft heart creates less conflict. A soft heart attracts peace. If you practice impatience and disrespect, your heart becomes hard. A hard heart is always fighting, always defending, always lonely. So even for your own happiness, be kind. Some people say, "My parents don't understand me." Yes, that can be painful. But ask yourself, do you fully understand them? Understanding is a bridge built from both sides. Sometimes you must place the first stone, not because you are wrong, but because you choose peace. The Buddha taught that hatred does not end hatred. Only love ends hatred. This does not mean you accept everything. It means you do not add more fire. Now, let us imagine a scene. A father comes home after a long day. He is tired. He sits quietly. The child, now grown, walks by without greeting. The father looks up, wants to speak, but says nothing. He swallows the words. Inside, he thinks, "I worked so hard. I just wanted one warm sentence." But he does not say it. The next day, the same thing happens. Days become years. Then one day, the father is in a hospital bed. The child stands there, shaking, finally ready to speak. "Dad, I'm sorry." The father smiles weakly. He wants to answer, but his voice is gone. This is why we practice now. Do not wait for tragedy to become tender. And now, imagine a mother. She calls her child, just to hear the voice. The child answers quickly, impatient. "What? I'm busy. I'll call later." The mother says, "Okay," but her heart sinks. She sits alone and stares at the wall, not angry, just lonely. She thinks, "I don't need anything.
I just wanted to know my child is okay. This is why we practice now. In the Buddha's teaching, compassion begins with seeing. So see your parents, not just as background in your life, but as living beings with fragile time. Because time is fragile. You may think 70 minutes is a long video, but a human life is not long. You will blink, and they will be older. You will blink again, and they will be gone. This is not meant to scare you. It is meant to wake you. Now, let us talk about the idea of repaying parents. In some Buddhist teachings, it is said that the kindness of parents is so great, it is hard to repay fully. But repayment is not a transaction, it is a direction. It means turning toward them with gratitude and supporting them as they supported you. When you were small, they fed you. When they are old, you can feed them. When you were weak, they protected you.
When they are weak, you can protect them. When you were confused, they guided you. When they are confused, you can guide them gently. This is the natural circle of kindness, and it is also a training of the heart. Because caring for the elderly teaches patience, it teaches humility, it teaches love without selfish reward. Now, let us speak about one powerful practice: listening. Many parents do not need solutions, they need listening. Sometimes your father wants to talk about his youth. Let him. Sometimes your mother wants to talk about her worries. Let her. You do not need to fix everything. Just be there. Presence is medicine. In Buddhism, presence is also practice. When you listen to your parents fully, you are practicing mindfulness and compassion at the same time. Now, another practice is gentle touch. A hand on the shoulder, a hug, a massage of tired hands. In many families, touch disappears as children grow. But touch is healing. A father may act tough, but inside, he also needs warmth. A mother may act busy, but inside, she also needs comfort. If your culture allows it, offer touch respectfully. If not, offer warmth through tone of voice and attention. Now, let us talk about the inner obstacles that stop children from being kind. One obstacle is pride. Pride says, they should understand me first. Pride says, I will be kind when they apologize. Pride says, I don't want to look weak. But pride is a wall that blocks love. Another obstacle is resentment. Resentment keeps a list of old pain. It replays old scenes. It waits for revenge. But resentment is like drinking poison and hoping the other person suffers. Another obstacle is distraction. Phones, work, noise, endless scrolling. We become busy, but not alive. We give our attention to strangers on a screen and ignore the people in front of us. So the Buddha's path invites simplicity. Put down the phone sometimes. Look into your parents' eyes. Be human together. Now, consider this. Your parents will not always be in your life, but your actions toward them will always be in your heart. When you treat them well, your heart feels light. When you treat them poorly, your heart carries a shadow. Even if you succeed in career, a shadowed heart is not truly happy. So choose a light heart. Now, let us go deeper. The relationship with parents is often where we learn our deepest lessons. It is where we see our triggers. It is where we meet our old patterns. It is where we practice real compassion, not theoretical compassion. It is easy to be kind to someone who always agrees with you. But can you be kind when you feel misunderstood? This is where spiritual practice becomes real. The Buddha did not teach compassion only for meditation halls. He taught compassion for messy human life. So your parents can become your teachers, not by preaching, but by giving you a chance to practice. Practice patience. Practice humility. Practice forgiveness. Practice gratitude. These qualities do not just help your family, they free your mind. Now, some people may say, "But I'm busy. I have my own life." Yes, you do. But ask yourself, if your parents disappear tomorrow, would your busyness still feel so important? Most people, at the end, do not regret working less. They regret loving less. So create balance. Even 5 minutes of presence is better than nothing. Even one kind sentence can change a day. Now, let us speak directly to the heart. If your parents are still alive, please do not wait. Do not wait until a festival. Do not wait until New Year. Do not wait until you feel ready. Life does not wait. Call them today. Speak gently today. Be grateful today. And if you are listening now and your parents have already passed away, please breathe. You may feel regret. You may feel pain, but the Buddha teaches that you can still transform regret into goodness. Do not drown in regret. Use it as fuel for compassion. Live well, be kind, help others, forgive, practice, and dedicate your goodness to them. This is how the heart heals. Now, let us take a moment to speak about a very simple, powerful habit. Say thank you. Many people feel shy to say it. They think it is awkward. But gratitude spoken is like sunlight. Say, thank you for cooking. Thank you for working hard. Thank you for caring about me. Thank you for raising me. At first, it may feel strange, but slowly it becomes natural, and your parents' hearts will soften. Even if they do not respond emotionally, they feel it. Now, let us also speak about apologies. If you have hurt your parents, apologize. Not with pride, not with excuses, but with sincerity. Say, I'm sorry I spoke harshly. I'm sorry I ignored you. I'm sorry I didn't appreciate you. Apology is not humiliation. It is courage. And sometimes an apology can repair years of coldness. Now, do not expect perfection. Families are complex. Healing takes time. But every small step matters. The Buddha taught that a drop of water can fill a jar over time. So do not give up. Be consistent. Now, I want to share a gentle reflection. When you were a child, your parents looked at you and saw hope. Even if they were poor, they hoped you would have a better life. Even if they were tired, they hoped you would be happy. Even if they were stressed, they hoped you would be safe. That hope kept them going. So when you treat them with respect, you are honoring their hope. Now, let us practice a short contemplation together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Imagine your father standing in front of you. Look at him carefully. See his hair, maybe black before, now perhaps gray. See his face, maybe strong before, now perhaps tired. See his eyes, maybe strict, but also carrying love. Now silently say, Dad, I may not have understood everything, but I see your effort. I see your sacrifice. Thank you. Now imagine your mother. See her hands. See her posture. See her eyes. Now silently say, Mom, I may have been ungrateful. I may have been impatient. But I see your love. I see your labor. Thank you. If tears come, let them come. Tears are not weakness. They are the heart waking up. Now let us talk about the future. One day, you may become a parent too, or you may care for someone younger. How you treat your parents today becomes the example you carry forward. Children learn not from what you say, but from what you do. If you show respect to elders, respect grows in the family. If you show impatience, impatience spreads. So you are not only healing your relationship, you are shaping the next generation. This is profound karma, not mystical, but practical. Now, the Buddha also taught about generosity. Generosity is not only money. It is giving time, giving attention, giving care, giving forgiveness. Offer generosity to your parents. Give them your time. Give them your listening. Give them your kindness. And something beautiful happens. When you give, you also receive. You receive a softer heart. You receive peace. You receive fewer regrets. Now, let us address another painful point. Sometimes children feel, my parents compare me to others. My parents criticize me. My parents don't see my effort. Yes, that hurts. But remember, many parents speak criticism as a strange form of love. They think pressure will protect you. They think harsh words will motivate you. It is not skillful, but it is often their only language. So what can you do? You can educate them gently. You can say, Mom, Dad, I understand you want me to do well, but when you compare me, I feel discouraged. If you speak with support, I can grow better. Say it calmly. If they cannot accept immediately, do not despair. Some hearts take time to soften. Still, your calm honesty plants seeds. Now, if your parents are very stubborn, practice compassion and boundaries. You can still respect them without letting them control your whole life. The Buddha taught the middle way. Love without attachment, respect without losing yourself. Now let us speak about caring for aging parents. Aging can be difficult. The body becomes weak, the mind becomes slower, the world becomes smaller. Many elderly people feel afraid, even if they do not say it. They fear sickness, they fear being a burden, they fear loneliness, they fear death. So what they need most is reassurance. You are not alone. You matter. I'm here. Even if you cannot solve everything, your presence is comfort. Now, some people say, I don't know what to talk about with my parents. Then talk about simple things. Ask about their day. Ask about the weather. Ask about food. Ask about memories. Often the content is not important. The connection is. You are building a bridge of warmth. Now let us bring the teaching deeper into the mind. The Buddha taught that suffering comes from craving and clinging. In family relationships, clinging creates pain. Parents cling to children's success. Children cling to freedom. Parents cling to control. Children cling to being right. So the practice is letting go. Parents learn to let go of control. Children learn to let go of resentment. This is hard, but it is the path of peace. Letting go does not mean abandoning love. It means removing the chains around love. Love becomes freer, more spacious,
more compassionate. Now let us speak about the most important thing you can give your parents: a peaceful heart. If you go home with anger, you spread suffering. If you go home with peace, you spread peace. So take care of your mind. When stress comes from work, do not carry it like a burning torch into the home. Before you enter, pause. Breathe. Say to yourself, I will not throw my suffering onto my family. This is mindfulness. This is compassion. Now I want to tell you something very human. Your parents may not need you to be perfect. They just need you to be present. They may not need expensive gifts. They just need your time. They may not need big speeches. They just need your gentle tone. So keep it simple. Now let us consider a moment many people experience. You grow older and suddenly realize your parents are aging faster than you expected. One day you notice their hands shaking slightly. One day you notice their hearing is weaker. One day you notice they forget names. One day you notice they stand up slowly, and your heart becomes tight. This moment is a teacher. It reminds you that life is moving, so do not waste it. If you can, take a photo together, record their voice, ask them about their life story. Not to cling, but to appreciate, because memories become precious when time is gone. Now, let us also speak about siblings and family conflict. Sometimes the burden of caring for parents falls on one child. Sometimes siblings argue about money, responsibility, fairness. This creates suffering. The Buddha taught fairness and compassion. If you can, communicate with siblings. Share responsibility. Do not let greed poison family bonds. Remember, after parents are gone, siblings are often the only link to your childhood. Do not destroy that link over small things. Now let us return to the heart of the topic. A father loves going up and down the river. A mother loves tirelessly carrying and lifting. This is poetry, but it is also a mirror. Look into the mirror. Do you see their effort? Or do you only see your complaints? The Buddha taught that the mind creates the world. If you look at your parents with complaint, you live in a world of irritation. If you look with gratitude, you live in a world of warmth. So change the way you look, not by lying to yourself, but by seeing more fully. See their kindness, see their humanity, see their suffering, see their love. Now, I want to offer practical steps you can do today. If your parents are alive, call or message them today. Ask how they feel. Listen without rushing. If you live with them, help with one task without being asked. Speak one kind sentence. Offer one moment of presence. If you have conflict, choose one moment to soften. Apologize for one harsh word. Ask one honest question. How can we understand each other better? If your parents have passed, do one wholesome action today. Offer kindness to someone. Meditate for a few minutes. Dedicate the goodness to them. Now, let us do a longer, gentle meditation together. Still in words, still simple. As you listen, allow your breathing to be natural. Breathe in. Breathe out. In your mind, see yourself as a small child. See how small you were. See how helpless. See how innocent. Now see your parents around you. Even if the scene is imperfect, notice the effort. Now silently say, "May I remember your kindness. May I not be blinded by pride. May I repay you with a good life.
Now bring your attention to your own heart. If there is anger, notice it. If there is regret, notice it. If there is sadness, notice it. Do not fight these feelings, just hold them with compassion. Say, "It is okay. I can change. I can be kinder." Starting now. Now imagine you speak to your parents with warmth. You say, "I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm here." Feel how the heart softens. This is the direction. Now in Buddhism, there is also the teaching of right action. Right action means actions that do not harm, actions that help. So right action toward parents is not only emotional, it is practical. Make sure they have what they need: food, medicine, safety. Help them navigate modern life if they struggle. Protect them from scams. Support their health checkups. Encourage gentle exercise, good sleep, calm mind. And also, protect their dignity. Do not treat them like children. Do not shame them for being old. Do not talk about them as if they are not present. Aging already takes dignity away in many ways, so your respect becomes their dignity. Now, let us speak about gratitude in speech again. Many people feel awkward saying, "I love you." If that is hard, start with, "I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm glad you are in my life." Simple words are enough. What matters is sincerity. Now, I want to address those who are listening at work right now. Like you said earlier, you are working. Work can exhaust the mind. It can make you impatient. It can make you numb. So here is a small practice you can carry into your day. Before you respond to stress, breathe once. Before you speak harshly, breathe once. This one breath is a bridge back to your best self. And when you finish work, remember, your parents do not need your tiredness. They need your warmth. Even if you are exhausted, you can still be gentle. Gentleness is not extra energy. It is a choice. Now we come to a deeper layer. Parents often give without expecting repayment. But deep inside, every human wants to feel appreciated. If parents feel unappreciated, they can become bitter. If children feel unappreciated, they can become distant. So appreciation is the medicine for both sides. If you want a peaceful home, build a culture of gratitude. Say thank you often. Praise effort. Notice small kindness. This changes the atmosphere. Now, one more reflection. Parents sometimes carry guilt. They think, "I wasn't a good enough parent." They remember mistakes. They remember times they shouted. They remember times they were absent. If you can, offer them forgiveness too. Say, "You did your best. I know it wasn't easy. I'm grateful." This can heal them. Healing parents is also healing yourself, because when your parents carry guilt, it affects the family energy. Now, let us talk about the father again, because fathers are often forgotten emotionally. Many fathers express love through provision. So if your father seems distant, try respecting his love language. Thank him for his work. Ask him for advice. Invite him to share stories. Sometimes a father opens when he feels respected, not feared, respected. And if he never learned emotional softness, be patient. Your kindness can teach him. Now, let us talk about mothers again. Many mothers give too much and forget themselves. So encourage your mother to rest. Encourage her to enjoy small joys.
Buy her a comfortable item not for show, but for her comfort.
Invite her to do something she likes. And also, let her know, you don't have to carry everything alone anymore. This sentence can make a mother cry, because many mothers have been carrying alone for decades. Now I want to speak about the spiritual benefit of filial gratitude. When you cultivate gratitude, your mind becomes less greedy, less entitled, less angry. You become easier to live with. You become more peaceful. This is not only for parents, it spreads to all relationships. So, honoring parents is not only tradition, it is training the mind. Now, a story-like reflection, simple and touching. A man once said, "I thought my father didn't love me because he never hugged me." Then one day he found an old box. Inside were his school certificates, carefully kept, old drawings he made as a child, a broken toy his father repaired, a notebook where his father wrote down his expenses so he could save for the child's education. The man cried. He realized his father loved him deeply, just silently. Sometimes love is hidden in labor, so do not measure love only by words. Look at actions. Now another reflection. A woman said, "My mother always nags me. It drives me crazy." Then one day her mother became ill and stopped speaking. The house became quiet. The woman said, "I would give anything to hear her nagging again." This is impermanence. We do not miss only beauty. We miss even the ordinary. So do not wait to appreciate. Now, let us practice a powerful sentence you can use with parents. Thank you. I see you. Parents rarely hear, "I see you." They hear complaints, they hear demands, they hear silence. But "I see you" is healing. It means, I recognize your existence, your effort, your humanity. Now I will invite you into a longer, flowing contemplation, like a river of words. Just listen, and let the heart receive what it needs. Your father in the rain. Your father in the heat. Your father in fatigue, still working. Your mother waking early. Your mother staying up late, still caring. They did not do it for applause. They did not do it for reward. They did it because love, when pure, becomes duty, and duty, when sincere, becomes devotion. And you, the child, grew. You laughed, you cried, you wanted, you complained, and they kept giving. So if today you can give even a little back, a gentle word, a visit, a meal, a call, it is not a burden, it is a blessing, because not everyone still has the chance. Now let us talk about the common excuse. I'm not good at expressing. You do not need to be good, you just need to be real. Say it awkwardly, say it simply. Parents do not need poetry, they need sincerity. Even saying, "Dad, I don't say this often, but thank you. Mom, I know I'm busy, but I love you." This is enough. Now let us speak to the heart that feels distant from parents. Maybe you moved far away. Maybe the relationship has been cold for years. Start small. You do not repair a broken bridge in one day. You place one plank at a time. Send a message. Ask a question. Share a small part of your life. Show interest in theirs. Do not expect immediate warmth. Warmth returns slowly, but it returns. Now, if your parents reject you or respond harshly, do not take it as final. People carry pain. Keep your heart steady. The Buddha taught equanimity, a balanced mind. Equanimity means you do good, even if others do not respond perfectly. You do it because it is right. because it frees your heart. Now, one more practice. When you are about to speak to your parents, ask yourself, will these words create peace or create fire? If they create fire, pause. Choose different words. This is spiritual maturity. Now we come to a point that touches many. Parents and children often argue about life choices, career, marriage, lifestyle, beliefs. In these situations, remember, you can honor them without surrendering your life. Respect does not mean you must live exactly as they want. It means you communicate with kindness. You can say, I respect you. I understand your fear, but I need to live my path. Please trust me. Trust takes time, but kindness keeps the door open. Now let us speak about the deep meaning of repaying. In Buddhism, to repay kindness is to continue goodness. A parent gave you life. Now you give life meaning. A parent protected you. Now you protect others from harm. A parent fed you. Now you feed kindness into the world. This is the spiritual continuation of gratitude. Now, a gentle reminder. Parents may not always be right, but they are often sincere. And sincerity deserves respect. Even when you disagree, honor their intention. Now, consider the final lesson impermanence teaches. One day your parents will leave this world, and one day you will also leave. What will matter then? Not your arguments, not your pride, not your small victories. What will matter is the love you gave, the peace you created, the hearts you healed. So while you still can, be kind. Now, let us do another metta offering, slowly. Breathe in, breathe out. May my father be free from suffering. May my father be peaceful. May my father feel loved. Breathe in, breathe out. May my mother be free from suffering. May my mother be peaceful. May my mother feel loved. Breathe in, breathe out. May all parents who sacrifice for their children be respected. May all mothers who carry heavy burdens find rest. May all fathers who endure silently feel appreciated. Now, let us turn this into a vow, simple but strong. From today, I will not waste love. From today, I will practice gentle speech. From today, I will show gratitude in action. From today, I will be a source of peace for my parents. Even if I fail sometimes, I will return to kindness. This is the path. Now, as we continue, I want to speak about one more painful truth. Sometimes we hurt our parents because we want them to change. We want them to understand modern life. We want them to heal their old habits. We want them to speak differently. But change is slow. So while encouraging growth, also accept reality. The Buddha taught wise acceptance. Wise acceptance is not giving up. It is seeing clearly what is possible right now and acting skillfully. Maybe your father will never be emotionally expressive. Then accept his love through actions. Maybe your mother will always worry. Then accept her worry as her way of loving and gently reassure her. Acceptance reduces conflict. It creates space for love. Now, I want to speak to those who have lost a parent. If you have lost your father or mother, your heart may carry a hole. Sometimes you feel envy when you see others with parents. Sometimes you feel sadness during holidays. The Buddha taught that grief is the price of love. Do not be ashamed of grief, but also do not let grief become your prison. Transform grief into compassion. Let the love you still feel become kindness for others. This is healing. Now, a final gentle practice for those whose parents are gone. Light a candle if you wish. Sit quietly. Think of one good memory, one moment of kindness. Then say, "Thank you. May you be at peace. I will live a wholesome life in your honor." This is a beautiful offering. Now, to those who still have parents, please understand, your parents are not waiting for perfection. They are waiting for you. Even a small moment can make them happy. A short visit, a shared meal, a laugh. You may not realize how little they need, because their love is already full. They just want connection. Now, let us bring the message home with a simple truth. The greatest wealth is not money. The greatest wealth is a heart without regret. And one of the clearest ways to build a heart without regret is, be kind to your parents while you still can. Now, take one more breath. Breathe in gratitude. Breathe out softness. And ask yourself, what is one small, kind action I can do today for my parents? Do not plan a big future. Choose one small action today, because the future is uncertain, but today is real. If you can do that, then this teaching is not just a video, it becomes your life. May your heart be gentle. May your speech be kind. May your actions repay love with love. May you and your parents be safe, healthy, peaceful, and free. And may the mind become quiet, like a still lake under a soft sky.